간식 먹으면서 하는 플스 게임. 어제 이제 후고 치러 가기로 했죠. 사막으로 바로 가도록 합시다.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
야, 질은 어디 가고 작은아버지가 왔어.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
안 보여 UI가. 때려봐, 때려봐, 때려봐. 아이씨. 다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다da다다다다다다다다다다da다da다da다da다da다da다dadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadada 여기 어디 있다 그랬는데? 아 일단 저거 리스키 몹은
Many
나중에
years
생각하고.
ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode
헬 다이버.
accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
항생의 불꽃. 나나나나나나.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you
여기는
whipped your
또
chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle.
초코보가
I shall
색깔이
never
다르네.
forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand.
초코 막 때려. 야생 초코보. 와다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다다다다다다다다다다다da다다다다da다da다da다dadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadadada 썬하운. 때려봐, 때려봐, 때려봐. 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 아, 이게 안 되네. 때려봐, 때려봐. 때려봐. 아, 안 되네. 근데 이게 난이도가 안 맞았고요. 필드 잡목이 너무 쉬워. 일부러 그렇게 만들었나? 강적들은 좀 많이 어려운 편이고. 어디 가세요? 그런 거 뭐 없겠지? 일본 게임
Who do you
특
think those soldiers?
정해진 것만 해야 돼.
So,
여기가 여거 아니야?
cookers, hiring ladies.
리스키 목돈
Ah,
알고 싶은데.
there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
여기에 누구 아는 사람 있다 그랬거든요. 왜 그래? 뭐야?
Look there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
언제는 눈에 안 띄었던 것처럼 같이 다닐 때 엄청 눈에 띄었는데. 어쌔신 크리드.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
아, 저 사람인가 보다. 이 여자애. 계속 나오는 거 보니까. 아닌가? 조슈아 종자. 조슈아 야, 지금 같은 건물에 있어.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
형제라면 느껴라. 형제의 기운을 느껴라. 같이 있잖아 지금. 얘네가 발루드군인 것 같은데? 아닌가?
Keep watch, they
그러네.
tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
나
That'll
떠드네.
be Cooker, then. Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go. Hey, you.
아. 아. 아, 삼촌.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while.
아,
us find
시비
our
붙었잖아.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
쟤들 왜 저래?
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
아이, 손밥들아. 바로 끝내줄게. 안 죽어? 오흥.
Try it.
뭐야 이것들아. 왜 까불어 그러니까 어? 조용히 갈 길 가지.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
아니 보고도 몰라? 와, 물 맑은 거 봐.
Now's our chance.
아니 종자야. 클라이브 본 거 아니야?
Your Grace?
I'm fine.
서로 만나게 해줄 생각은 없는 건가? 굳이 따지자면은 지금 여기 알테마 있으니까 자기가 좀 위험할 거 아니야. 그러니까 얘 근처에 가는 거는 오오오 느껴라 저거 그거 같네. 저 뭐지?
Clive?
원피스 루피가 가지고 있던 그거 알죠? 종이 쪼가리. 에이스 근처 가면은 반응하는 거. 일부러 피하는 게 맞는 것 같은데? 왜냐면은 알테마 걔가 지금 얘 그릇을 원하고 있잖아요. 뮤티스인가 미토스인가 뭔가 치토스인지 뭔지. 그러니까 일부러
What is it now?
가까이는 안 가려고 할 것 같은데?
It's nothing. Let's go.
근데 조슈아한테도 3천이잖아 그러면. 얘 바이런은. 아, 당근 안 먹는 거. 아, 그걸 보여준 거네. 아까 그릇에. 그러네.
Where are you?
클라이브
Well,
너무
we didn't know
잘생겼어.
where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
리스키목 잡고 싶은데. 그러니까 조슈아가 피하려고 하겠죠 오히려. 그러니까
They've closed the
공자는
road,
모르겠는데.
and it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then.
루제나
Perhaps the
달리미.
Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But
Woman of
how will
mystery.
we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the
루제나
same.
달리미.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the
사이드캔가?
town.
And that's exactly what I need to do.
사이드캐 할 시간인가?
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your home.
Good day, my lord.
플래티넘 소드. 라이팅 로드.
Go with Gilbert.
How's a trader expected to make a living if they...
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you?
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our
목욕탕과
markets, and our
무역 대장간이
smithies.
유명해.
I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
그런 이름이 아니겠지. 그런 이름으로 활동을 안
Dalamil
하겠지.
is famous for its spas, its markets, and its...
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss.
가시나무
I'll find a finer
입맞춤.
smithy this side of the
대장간.
strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
시나무에
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort.
젊대잖아.
Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
대장간을 먼저 봐봐.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamilde. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask Ferda. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Ferda.
Sweet incense. What's wax candle?
Excuse me. Are you Ferda?
I am.
Ferda.
Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamilde? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business
사막의 기.
do you
오,
have
찾았다.
with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
상관.
I know who you're looking for. Go to the bordello.
Do you think we can trust him?
그러니까 너무 잘
Only
풀리는데.
as far as I...
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
이럴 줄 알았어.
I beg
뻔한
your pardon.
패턴이죠.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business. You're likely to lose it.
공이나 맞아 임마. 정신을 못 차리네. 다 들어와, 다 들어와. 일단 다 들어와봐. 다 들어와봐. 왔어? 환생의 불꽃. 나다. 별것도 아닌 것들이. 어빌리티.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that
a
test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat
바로
dragged in.
바로
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
오.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the rock and collect the bounty?
바로
That isn't
뒤통수
my
쳐버렸네.
decision to make. Our work is done.
아 그냥 테스트 해본
Take
거야?
him to meet his precious Rosina.
루보르.
She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
그냥 테스트 해본 별거 아니었는데?
Yes, my lord.
공 한 방에 끝난
To the Lock of
애들인데?
Leisure, then.
여가의 광장.
To the Lock of Leisure.
여가의 광장.
Kneaded
루보르.
to a silken softness, like eating a cloud
루보르.
with a crust from the breadth of the
이뻤으면
twins
좋겠다.
and
My
beyond.
carpet.
뭐야?
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
대장간. 루보르.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since
근데 몇 년 전에 교류가 있었는데 어떻게 젊어?
him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
남자였잖아.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance.
아.
Sid the Second.
우먼이라며.
I won't waste your time.
우먼이라며 이
Only
자식아.
passage through the south gate.
웃어?
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important
알게
commodity?
뭐야?
Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street.
그냥 공 쓸어버리자. 안
I'm a busy
되겠다.
man, as you can see.
어. 띠껍다.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
공으로 날려버리면 돼.
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants.
왜 이래? 태도가 왜 이래 이거?
Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want.
뭔데?
I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
뭔 퀴즈를
Until
내고
then,
있어?
I
이
bid you good
도라이야.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
쟤 열받게
What
하네.
did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals.
크리스탈
But
따라가라고?
that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
진짜 고응으로 날려버리고 싶다.
It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
아, 가시나무의 과제. 문제가
I thought we were the
뭔데?
only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
A deposit.
The juiciest meat from Greece. You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
신경시키네.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. Look, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be back?
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be sporty.
후고가 문제인가 결국에는?
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so? Well, thank you. Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
아, 후고가 여기 지나가면서 돈을 많이 써가지고 사람들이 좋아하는구나. 뜻밖의 횡재를 받았네 여기는.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
My carpets have pride of place in Castle.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
뭐야?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture.
돈
What do you
받았잖아.
want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
돈 받았잖아
I'm looking for
임마.
my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but
수상해.
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
왜 이렇게 태도들이 좀 싸가지가 없지?
Let me treat you. I'm a pretty
Huh?
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with.
뭐야, 매수하고 있는
Should
거야?
you give me reason to do so?
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
뭐야?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of
빼돌린다고
those
뒤로
uniformed ruffians.
형사들이.
They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more.
50만 길.
Second-rate specimen like
야,
that would only fetch 500,000
지금 몇 년간
or so.
번 돈이 지금
A
10만
small
길인데.
price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere.
중간에 크리스탈 빼돌려가지고 파는구나.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult.
뭔가 좀 또
It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll
뭔가
soon
좀
wipe that smirk off his face.
허술한 게 있을 것 같은데.
I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
이쪽으로 가야 되나? 아 리스키몹 잡고 싶은데 리스키몹 어디였더라 어제? 기억이 안 나네. 가자 거래 장소로. 어머. 이 자식아. 환생의 불꽃. 튼튼한 가죽. 뭐 없나? 리스키몹이 있을 만한 곳. 와일드 낙. 와일드 낙. 블러드 탱. 이게 좋습니다. 적들이 많이 없네. 적들이랑 좀 싸우고 싶은데.
I'll take it from here.
삼촌 미끼 가라. 와 여기 엄청 쟁여두고 있네 크리스탈.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
500만 개.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
오. 좋아.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity.
오.
But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic.
Huh?
You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
뭐야?
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course.
아,
Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty.
이거는 되는 거야?
Being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs.
와,
They're not here to do business.
와
Kill
여기서
them. Kill them both.
여기서 다 일망타진해 버렸네. 누가 또 케어를 써? 일로 와. 좀 올라가라. 환생의 불꽃 다다다다다다다다다다다다. 너무 좋아. 어머. 들어와봐. 들어와봐. 아, 토르갈. 들어와봐. 타이탄 카운터. 와봐. 와봐. 토르갈. 가만히 있어봐. 갬빗 카운터. 좋아요.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
삼촌 도끼
That's
좀
like my
쓰나?
performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but
어떻게 알고 왔어?
perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is.
저걸 근데 어떻게 다시 사람들한테 보내지?
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town.
누구한테 보내?
You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive.
웃겨?
I suppose
사람-
it could have been worse.
사람 이름을 듣고 웃어?
Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this.
뭐야, 통행증이야? 아, 신뢰의 증표.
Any friend of mine who
필수템이지.
sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
여자라며. 어? 우먼이었잖아. 어떻게 된 거야?
Omia los delan. Tuisa Gilis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
하지만
Thank
사이드
you.
퀘스트가 있겠지?
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
제발. 둥. 레벨업 까비. 아, 시작하자마자 바로 앞에 보여요. 연습 대장장이
Perhaps
싸봐.
Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind.
내가 도와주는 과제가 아니잖아, 바보야.
Pack my bags.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
정말
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
잡일 그 자체.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better
이것도
get to.
뭐로? 아 이거 아니구나.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
하이.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a
예리함이
happy
있어야
woman.
된다.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Plates and pots, bowls and basins.
The baths are, closed for...
한 명 어디 있어?
Hanging lantern!
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
Yeah.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume you use one out in the field.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
The baths are, closed...
목욕탕 지배인.
All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
바로 태도
Might
바뀌는
your
거 봐.
services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths.
열탕으로 변했대.
The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my
거기
customers
봄
thinking I've abandoned
있나
the
보다.
place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right.
거기 뭐 몬스터들
I'll go
있겠지
and take a
뭐.
look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of
남문으로
sulfur
가면
will
나오는데.
guide you the rest of the way.
나가기 전에 저거 해결하고
These
갑시다.
baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in
그러네.
a debtor's prison.
천연 온천
My
온천
livelihood,
돼버렸네.
my very life is at stake.
물도 끓일 만큼 뜨거운.
It would make
The finest fabrics! Fresh from
뭐야?
What is it now? You and I? What?
아 스승 아 여장부 아.
Alas.
아하.
Still, ours is a blessed corner of the Veld. At least they did. So, how very fitting. Of course, there's simply no
얘도
other way.
2대구나. 근데 별로 안 어려 보이는데? 별로 안 어려 보이는데 자꾸 지 어리다고 어필하네.
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be
가볍고 예리하고 튼튼해야 돼.
They do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started.
말이 돼?
Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his
가벼운데 튼튼해야 돼.
But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know that he chooses them carefully. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is gonna be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their
얼마나
metals,
더
perhaps?
도와줘야 돼. 어? 이제 네가 알아서
The other
해.
apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favorite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the
적당히
Valkyrie.
임마.
I bet she'd know a thing or two.
적당히 임마. 네 과제지 내 과제야? 아. 딱 한가운데 있네 게다가. 컴온.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
초코보 킥. 초코보 킥. 초코보보다 더 빨리 왔어.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable.
아담한다이트.
Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone.
아담한다이트.
But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle.
달리밀 고유.
If it's cheap metal you're using,
석회.
then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do.
그래.
Clive, I hate to
아하.
ask after all that you've done for me.
여태까지 네가 한 게 부탁이야.
The limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now. Besides,
와, 최악이다.
I want to know if this is the
너는
answer to
과제를
Lubor's little riddle.
통과해도 좋은 대장장이는 못 된다, 너님.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you shortly.
뭘 다 해줘야 임마.
So, do you crush it up or just...
홀리 쉣. 석회층. 이렇게 가면 되겠죠? 뚜뚜두두두두두두두두두두두두두두.
This is no good.
이쪽이었나? 나무.
My carpets have
Take a sniff, good sir. Kneaded to a silken softness.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Sweet incense.
됐어. 마을에서 제발 좀 띄워줘 제발. 오, 진짜 이거 그거네. 석회층이네.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will
광산 쪽으로
enter via the
돌아가라.
mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Okay. Okay.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
저기 또 봄들 난리 났네 저기.
One rock looks
아 저기까지 갔다 가야 돼.
like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
갖다 주기 전에 저거까지 하고 가.
Come on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on.
I do. Trader, are you?
봄들이네 역시. 아씨 여기서 넘어가라고. 넘어가라고.
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs.
알았어.
Turn back if you want.
배경이 좀 잘 만들어 놓긴 했는데 고컬로 만들어 놓긴 했는데 너무 그거죠. 상호작용 같은 게 너무 없어. 이런 것들도 그렇고 보기에만 좋아. 하이.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Garuda!
가루다! 오흥! 이게 말이 안 돼 일단. 불꽃을 맞았는데 곰이 피해를 입는다? 이거 파이널 판타지 아니. 데빌 메이크라이야. 레츠고.
Frying pan.
와!
Nice try.
나이스 트라이. 왕관이 있네. 이 자식아. 별거 아닌데요? 레벨업. (33렙)
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
됐어요. 사이드 캣 좋구요.
This is no good. I was hoping.
싸바.
Wasn't sure how much you'd need.
얼마나 더
I hope
해줘야
this is
돼?
enough.
얼마나 더 해줘야 돼?
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
이런 사이드캐만 딱 보면은 진짜 게임 플레이 다 제쳐두고 이런 것만 보면 진짜 그냥 싱글 MMO 하는 느낌이야.
That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lu.
내가 반 이상을 만든 거잖아. 네가 땜질만 했는 거잖아.
And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so.
그러니까 MMO 그거를 좀 컷신 좀 조금 더 그럴듯하게 만든 느낌이야. 조금 더 성의 있게.
It's sharp-ish, but it
뭐야?
won't last long with hard use.
한참
And
부족하다고?
it's heavy, heavier than it
뭐야?
should be.
탈락이야?
You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just
턱걸이로 삽격.
about passable. But only just.
이렇게 도와줬는데
I'd say
턱걸이야.
you're worth keeping around a little
넌 안
longer.
되겠다.
Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you.
근데 눈이 너무 착해 보여.
I was wondering, what would you do if You were asked to forge a carving knife.
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a
뭐야
feather.
임마.
And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
그냥
It
입만
looks like
살아가지고.
congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh?
너가 한 게
The spirit of
없잖아.
Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all. Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
둥. 1679. 저걸로 안 되나? 어빌리티. 1895. 공.
My carpets have
Take a sniff.
정도면 뭐 버리지?
Needed to a silken softness.
연탄은 못 참는데.
Made from the stoutest. There he is. The man who saved my... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
냉탕도 되나요 이제?
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
아, 페이드아웃 연출하지 마. 그냥 한마디 하면 되잖아. 그냥 봄 때문이었다 라고 하면 되잖아.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here,
내놔.
a small something by way of thanks.
뭐 줄 건데?
Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
둥. 물도 끓일 만큼 뜨거운 녀석. 1900. 좀 이그니션. 아이씨. 히시로카네 얻었다. 이제 장비 바꿀 수 있는데? 갔다 올까?
Hanging lanterns, keep it up.
갔다 올까? 갔다 와. 갔다 오면서 저거 리스키 몹 어디 있는지 정확히 알아와서 그것도 잡어.
Who's this blue blood?
여기잖아.
One of Sid's.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks again.
뛰어라, 친구야. 벨크로이 사막인데 벨크로이 사막 검고 커다란 바위에 습격당했어. 검고 커다란 바위 벨크로이 사막. 근데 뭐 다른 그게 없네? 다른 그 힌트가 없네? 벨크로이 사막? 그리고 히히로이 카네 히히로 뭔 뜻이지?
Be careful crossing the Velcroy. It's dead easy to get lost in the desert.
히히로이 카네.
What do you want?
이거 만들 수 있어요. 아, 됐다. 방어력 19 올라가. 드레이크 슬레이어 리스트. 좋았어. 히히.
No scratches, all right?
좋았어. 좋았어. 이거지.
됐어.
벨크로이 사막에서 이제. 근데 여기 전체가 그냥 벨크로이 사막 아니야? 달메키아 공화국령 리스키모. 검고 커다란 바위. 벨크로이 사막. 여기가 벨크로이 사막이잖아. 아 여기인가 본데?
This is no good.
잡으러 가보자.
I was hoping to get out.
벨크로이 사막 여기잖아. 검고 커다란 바위? 검고 커다란 바위.
Good girl.
검고 커다란 바위. 이건가? 아닌데? 여기를 가봐야 되나? 검고 커다란 바위. 사막에 있다 했으니까. 검고 커다란 바위. 하이포션도 없다. 여기 가볼까? 뭐 남부, 서부, 북부 뭐 이런 것 좀 알려주지. 헬 다이버.
I can walk from here.
그럼 또 걸어가야 돼? 어? 뭐야? 세라티나. 검고 커다란 바위. 벨크로이 사막.
Let's go.
리스킴 잡고 싶은데. 검고 커다란 바위. 끝까지 가보고 없으면은 나중에 찾읍시다. 여긴 너무 안 보여 앞이. 검고 커다란 바위 제발. 있나 본데? 셀러맨더? 얘 아니잖아.
No mistakes.
아, 아니잖아. 벨크로이 사막. 벨크로이 사막에 있다 했거든요. 아, 없네.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
검고 커다란 바위. 멀리 봐, 멀리 봐. 젊고 커다란 바위.
Easy does it.
그 근처로 가면은 어차피 그게 나오거든요. 젊고 커다란 바위. 지가 꾸역하면서 나오거든요. 컷신이. 젊고 커다란 바위. 그런 건 없어 보이는디. 남벨크로이 사막 여기 있을 수도 있잖아. 그냥 근데 벨크로이 사막이라 그랬으니까. 아, 힌트가 너무 없어 이 자식아. 레이크팽으로 갈까요? 또 셀러맨더네. 또 커다란 바위가 어딨어. 좋은가? 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 아니잖아. 아, 진짜 아니잖아. 아니잖아, 이 자식아. 콩고 커다란 바위. 이건가? 콩고 커다란 바위. 에라이씨. 안 보인다, 야. 안 보여, 안 보여. 벨크로이 사막. 아, 찝찝하게 냅두고 가나, 이걸? 사막이 왜 이렇게 넓은 거야? 사막이 왜 이렇게 넓은 거야? 제가 근데 몬스터를 좀 많이 잡으면서 오긴 왔나봐. 여기가 스토리 지역인데 레벨 차가 좀 있네요. 랩차가 오나대. 아, 나중에 여기를 봐야 되나? 아, 몰라. 아, 몰라. 나중에 여기 다시 올 일 있겠지. 그때 찾아보자.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets.
The most fragrant herbs and
Needed to a silken softness.
Plates and pots!
Hanging lanterns, keep.
Well,
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Come on.
지금 못 가는 곳은 뭐지?
Come on, girl.
히히로 가는. 여인의 턱.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
오.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize.
왜?
After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor.
아니, 그럴 수 있지.
I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am.
지금 충분히 속죄하셨어요. 돈으로 충분히 속죄하셨어요.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back.
로자리아 이미 내가 턴 거 아니야?
Courage of my brother. I might already have done so, but that ship has sailed. You, however.
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now.
지금 빈성이잖아,
A better
로자리아.
world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable
혼자 가라고?
talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet.
좋은 삼촌이었다.
You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
가. 오. 여기 리스키 몹 있는데. 아. 리스키 몹 어딨냐고. 어딨냐고. 여긴 물이네? 어떻게 어떻게 어떻게
What are these doors?
의수
What has that gutter rat done to me?
와
Out of my sight, witch!
미친놈아
I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead.
얘가 데리고
Truly believe
왔구나.
you would have triumphed had the battle continued.
Titan would have ground him into dust.
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
하르바르트
Do you see, Hugo?
하르바르트
You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
뭐야
Tell me, what must I do?
그건가?
Please.
크리스탈 노출시켜가지고 그거 되는 거 아카시아 아카시아
Tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man.
실험하려고 그러네.
But then, you are no ordinary man, are you?
머리 맨질맨질 해버리네 그냥.
Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict.
니거 아니라고. 이 어장 속 물고기야. 정신 차려 이제.
My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the night. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so.
뭐야? 텔레파시야?
You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
뭐야? 쟤네들 뭘까? 프로토스 같은 애들. 미토스가 아니라 클라이브라고 이 자식아. 지들만 아는 씹덕 얘기하지 말고. 뭐야? 오 쉣. 뭐야 왜 다 죽여? 오크들이야?
Did the royalists bring them from Ash?
마굴. 여기서부터는 내일 이 시간에, 오늘은 좀 짧게 가도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 CEO 보러 저는 가도록 하겠습니다. 드레이크 뺑에 진입하는 것부터는 내일 이 시간에 이어서 새벽 시간에 이용해서 파이널 판타지 16 계속 해보도록 하겠습니다. 저는 탑 24 합부터 아마도 끝까지 볼 것 같은데, 여러분들도 관심 있으신 분들은 CEO 계속 보시면 될 것 같습니다. 저는 아무튼 오늘 쉼터랑 파이널 판타지 잠깐 해봤는데 여기까지 하고, CEO 보고 좀 주요 경기 있으면은 분석할 만한 경기, 유튜브용으로 분석할 만한 경기 있나 찾아보러 가도록 하겠습니다. 네, 방송은 여기까지 하고 내일 저녁 7시 정규 방송으로 돌아오겠습니다. 재밌었습니다. 들어갈게요. 끝.